And we're back. So, I essentially just refreshed my index back to the original form and then just deleted the stuff that was already in the body. But I left all the metadata that was originally there. Like, so, if I were just add a new file right here, this is how it would pop up. And so all I did was I just took the stuff that was in the body, the paragraph, the H1, and just deleted that. That's all I did. That's all I did. So, now we got ourselves back to our index, and we've got ourselves with this. Sorry. So, remember how I said that before we were really going to only work in stuff that we saw, so all the stuff inside the body? I technically lied, because all this stuff right here inside the head, all the stuff that I deleted before, we are in fact going to need that, but we're not really changing anything of it. So, yes, we are using a bunch of metadata, and that metadata is just saying, hey, we have a character set of UTF-8. There's its name, there's its width, there's its referencing a style sheet, and what style sheet's it referencing? Oh, it's referencing this guy. See, it's referencing style.css. Well, there's style.css, and what does style.css say? Oh, well, style.css says that we're in, this font family, and it's called Merriweather, and it's our background color is white, or, we're a sans serif font, we have a padding of 5 pixels and 25 pixels, a font size of 18 pixels, a margin of 0, a color of whatever 444 is, and, there's our heading 1, so on and so forth. Now, we could change stuff in this, but we're not going to. We're going to leave all that as it is. But basically, what this is all just saying is that, hey, we're looking at this page right here, this style sheet, to determine what our other stuff is. Because, we could do paragraphs and bold and all that stuff. We could go in and change the color and the size and the padding and the width and the height. We could do all that manually by just typing stuff in. But it already comes with some preset ones. I mean, we can just do H1 for heading 1 and, hello world. And you see how much bigger that was than our paragraphs? Like here, we'll do a paragraph right next to it. Hello world. See? See how much bigger the difference is? And then, of course, we can also do a heading 2. Then you see, these are all preset variations based on what our style sheet said. So, we can do a H3 here. And as you can see, you got a bigger heading, a smaller heading, so on and so forth. I think it goes up to like 6, but, rarely you're ever going to use more than 3. But that's not really the only other thing, because there's this little thing called title. There's this thing called title that we're going to wind up changing in this. So if I were just publish this, what exactly is the title? I'll hit publish, we'll update our published version. Publishing, it's thinking about it, there's our version. So we got hello world, hello world, hello world. What did our title say? Our title said made with thimble. Oh, this little tab right here says made with thimble. I wonder if I change this, and you know what, I'll just, because I'm being so original here, I'll just say hello world again in there, and I will, publish that and update this. Publishing, 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 publishing. And now, it now says hello world right there. So that's what your title is. Your title is this little tab up here that you would click on. So like this tab right here says Mozilla Thimble. If I were to go to Google, it says Google. Now if I were to go to, I don't know, YouTube, it says YouTube. There are some things that are different. Like I'm sure there are other things that say something else up here than what the name of the site is, but so on and so forth. That's what the actual title is, and you'll generally find the title inside the header. But we're going to move a little bit beyond this now, because we're going to start making links, okay? Because we've made ourselves all this fun sort of stuff, so tell you what, I'm just going to get rid of that one hello world, and then I'm going to make myself an anchor. So let's think about this. So if H1 is heading 1, and bold is B, and italics is I, what do you think anchor is? For those of you that said A, you are correct. So we're going to make an anchor. And we'll have this anchor say, what do you want this to say? Probably click me, right? Click me. Where are we going to go? We're going to go to YouTube. So to go to YouTube. Sure thing. So let's publish that, right? Update, publish version, publishing. Let's click this. Click me to go to YouTube. I'm clicking you, I'm not going to YouTube. What's happening? What am I missing? So, having an anchor is not enough. So, and here's where things get a little tricky. Because these little tags right here, we can change things about them inside of it. So, for example, inside the body, I could go in there and I can say, body style color equals blue or whatever it is I want to say. And I could make everything blue. Or I could make the width only 5 inches across or only 2 inches or whatever. So I'm going to go inside my starting point of my anchor. And I'm going to type HREF for hyperlink reference. And I'm going to put a colon. Hyperlink reference. Oh, no, sorry. Or was it equals? No, it's going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be equals. And then I'm going to put a quotation mark here. Okay, so you see now I have double quotes, and already it has that little blue underline on it. And I'm going to go to http://www.youtube.com. Because that's the name of YouTube's site, right? So now, in theory, if I click this, it takes me to YouTube, right? So it works. There's two things you need for a link. You need the physical link that you're going to, this H reference. Where are we going to? HREF equals, and then whatever is inside your quotation marks is where you're going. And make sure you spell it correctly, because if you just put, if you just simply put, YouTube, it's not going to know that. Because the word YouTube is not a physical site name. Okay, the physical site name, oops, helps when I actually spell. The physical site name, the physical link we need, is the thing that's up here in this scroll bar. If you don't know what that is, like say it's some weird convoluted one, like obviously YouTube was easy, but if it's some convoluted one, just simply copy and paste it in there. So you'll need that. You need that to go to, but you also need an actual physical text to click on. Because if there's no physical text to click on there, what do I click on? What do I click on? There's nothing there. So you have to have something, like hello, or just something, or, YouTube. It doesn't matter what you put here. You could put banana. You can put porcupine. It doesn't matter what it is you click on, because that's just the word you click on. And now, of course, that word will send us going to YouTube. So those are the two parts you need for a web link, a hyperlink. And with that also being said, there is one other type of link we can do. And we're going to put like a link to an actual image, because right now we're really just looking at black text on a white background, and as fun as that is, let's have something a little bit more creative looking. So in the next video, I'll show you how to actually put an image on this page.